I don't. Yeah, it's a weird campaign. The great thing about that press release, though, is the entire press release just seems like it's trying to justify itself the entire time. But no, the video gaming's huge. No, it's huge. We totally spent this money wisely.
Chicken is huge.
Well, they did like a Soul Calibur 4 thing before with Churches. So Churches has been involved in video game promotions before.
So I have never, ever seen a Church's Chicken.
They're all over the East Bay.
I was in the East Bay last week. I did not see one.
No, you weren't in the East Bay.
Well, I was sort of.
If you were in Berkeley, that's not the East Bay, dog.
Now you got Church's Chicken.
Were you in Hercules?
I went and saw a Warriors game. That's.
Yeah, all right.
So
that's Oakland.
We should go to Church's Chicken.
No.
Yeah, why not?
Like, why would I?
Apparently it's got good chicken.
Let's go to Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, there's...
You tell me Church's Chicken's going to be better? No.
I don't know.
Is the Colonel involved in making Church's Chicken? No.
This is go to Popeyes.
No. I've been to a Popeyes.
Draw the line.
I need to get some Bojangles out here.
I'm not a fan of Popeyes. I really want to like Popeyes because I like Popeye.
And you like E40?
Yes. No. E40 owns a Fat Burger.
I thought he owned Popeyes also in Vallejo.
You know, he probably does.
I think he does.
He's the type of businessman. He's an entrepreneur.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has some investment in a Popeyes.
Well, it sounds like to me he might have made a bad business choice. No Popeyes for you.
I'm not feeling Popeyes. It's not. I just don't like the chicken.
But when you go to KFC, you're not going for fried chicken. You're going for the accoutrements.
Yeah, more or less. But I do like the actual. Like let's say once every 18 months. I'll go to Kentucky Fried Chicken and actually get, like, just chicken.
A bucket.
No, not a bucket. Like 2 breasts or something.
Never gotten a bucket.
Oh.
I have eaten chicken out of a bucket before.
I've never eaten... Even when I've gotten, like, a volume of chicken, it's always come in, like, multiple of the little boxes. I've never...
Never been in the presence of the bucket?
Nope.
Man.
Yeah.
Never purchased, never eaten from a bucket.
Nothing better than reaching your hands at the greasy bucket.
Yeah, that seems like the worst thing ever.
Looking for that last breast or something.
You're again not talking about chicken, are you?
It's so the greasy...
Reach handed your greasy buckets.
Oh, God. Let me get at your greasy breasts. They're not greasy enough. I need this.
That press release does say urban youth market, which is awesome.
Which is like code word.
Marketing speak.
For Canadians.
Yeah, for Canadians.
No, that's code word for white kids. Come on.
Oh, the urban
There is a full-size Afro Samurai video game billboard in the parking lot of the Smart and Final near my house.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
Like
and that's very urban in that area.
Full-on giant billboard.
And this is the first game from Surge.
Oh, is this a proper Surge release?
This is a Surge release. This is the first one with Namco's new Surge label.
I'm so glad it's coming from Surge and not those played-out motherfuckers at Namco Bandai.
That's right. You can trust a name like Surge.
I wouldn't trust a game.
We're going to eat some Church's Chicken.
Namco Bandai.
And
what
go
sort of name is that for a
to
game
feel the
publisher?
Surge. They should bring back Surge. We should be able to get cans of Surge. And
You
play
old
Afro
crackers.
Samurai.
I can't trust you.
I only trust Surge.
Where is this going? This is
I
bad.
I don't know.
Bad place. Trying to reach that demographic.
Surge!
Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
Nature Boy.
I can't believe he's still alive.
The Nature Boy. Guy's going to be in this game. He's going to style and profile.
He is old.
But not like dying
He's
old.
like 50s.
Yeah, like
He's in
I
his
think he's
50s.
over 60. Isn't he?
He could be early 60s
Sure he's not
by now.
70.
I'm pretty sure.
dude,
Maybe
no
because
way.
he's looked old for the last 30 years.
He's
Yeah,
never-
if you saw any of these other dudes with their shirts off, I'm sure you're like, this guy's 90, right?
Well, like, I don't think he ever looked young. Like, I think he's one of those dudes, kind of like, Steve Martin, who just has looked old.
He's always had the very fair complexion. He's always had the very light hair.
Yeah.
And the fair complexion. That dude's been tan for
Leathery.
coming out the womb. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like leathery.
Yeah.
That guy's made out of hide.
So, yeah.
He's going to play Commander Hill, and his quote from the press release,
Giving you what you want.
which again, whoever's writing this stuff for EA, nailing it. When I find out that EA wanted me to be a part of Command & Conquer, all I could say was, woo.
Which is good, because I'm glad he's not taking it too seriously. I would hate for him to get up there and act.
Well, when you want Ric Flair for something, like, I think he's smart enough to know why.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah,
Because you want him to show up and act crazy and then go, woo! like will he do that in the game, though? Like, that's kind of the thing that I'm wondering now.
And
like,
elbow drop somebody?
Oh, that'd be really good.
I bet they're going to save it.
Oh, dude, like it's some like if you beat him, he's just like take his hat and jacket off, throw it on the ground, and start elbow dropping it. Like that has to happen. If they have not
Elbow drop the Karathi.
go back
about
and
it.
reshoots. Get
Where
Get
is
the man back
where
in
do
there.
you think all the Kilrathi stuff is? Like somebody's shed.
or like where are all the sets for all the Wing Commander
yeah,
games?
like where the head. Where
Dude,
the,
yeah, those were some big ass
yeah.
costumes.
Where the heck is that stuff? It's in some dude's office.
Mark Hamill's house.
But Louis Castle just has a shed somewhere that's just full of all that.
He just puts it on. Ah!
No!
That's how he likes to, like, how he likes
makes
to
his kids dress up as Kilrathi every Halloween. He has to. We don't want to be evil cat people again.
we got the costumes, we're
put it
going to
on.
use them.
You know how much I paid? This came out of my own pocket.
So yes, in short, Ric Flair, Malcolm McDowell, Kilrathi,
Head to head.
coming soon.
Confirmed.
Elbow drops.
Woo!
Oh, elbow dropping Mr. McDowell
Like, he
would be pretty rough.
He should be the commando unit in that game, and his special power should be running up and elbow dropping tanks.
Yeah.
Elbow drop this building.
He just like backhand chops the chest of the tank.
The orbital elbow drop.
Yes.
Just drops out of a plane with an elbow. Woo! Oh, that should be the end of the game. He has to like take out a nuclear reactor with like a elbow drop from a plane, and just his last line, "I love America!" Woo!
And he's just like, woo! Out of the flame.
Giant mushroom cloud. Yeah.
Apparently, things in EVE Online are crazy. I've been hearing for a while that space-based MMO is really weird, but apparently it's weirder than I even thought. So there are these like user-run banks.
Yeah,
Like there's
so
a whole like
there's
user-run
a whole-
economy.
Yeah, so the economy is huge, user-based, like ridiculous economy.
I feel like somebody shut the basement, like the parents shut the basement door and came back 10 years later. And opened like, what?
We have our own money down here.
Yeah. Light, let go away. It is the light bringer. Yeah, that's
So yeah, there are banks in this game, and
Oh, you mean like a place where I could store my items, like in World of Warcraft?
no, like a bank for money,
for your six.
like a money bank.
What's it called?
And there's a rate of return on this, right? Like
ISK.
you actually
Yeah, it's like
invest
there
your
are
money.
investments, there are IPOs in this universe. Like there are people.
So it's not just like here's a teller where I go and store shit. It's like
It's like
fully
it's all
functioning-
player run. Like
How is
so,
the,
these player run banks, they're hiring tellers. They actually do have tellers, and they have to bring on other players to be tellers. So there's players out there working as tellers.
Economic
Bank tellers.
downturn.
This is better
Player
than
run
that.
bank with player run tellers.
This is better than that whole
Are
like,
they hot?
like
Are they cute?
that whole flight simulator thing where they were running virtual.
Like trips?
No, like they had like the whole like virtual air traffic control
Yeah,
stuff.
right. This
Where people were just being fake
Like
air traffic
Oh,
controllers.
that makes total sense. I could name people who would be into that.
Sure, but this
yeah,
seems
this is
way
like way
crazier.
further off the grid. So a player embezzled from one of these banks somewhere between 80 billion and 106 billion ISKs, which is the currency unit in EVE Online.
Well, they're saying that it was like it started at around 80, but then
But
it's
come out
grown
worth-
to
it's
106 because of investments that have been made with that money.
Right.
Is there any like real dollar translation? Do you
There
like
is.
put real money into this to get your?
You don't.
ISKs
I
or
don't think you
whatever,
put real money
SIKs?
into it to get it, unless you're buying it from like a gray market. I think it's like any other MMO.
Well,
that they're
apparently,
selling gold.
a user in the comments on the story you posted
Yeah.
actually broke all this down, and I guess there's some kind of equivalence between in-game money and game time cards.
Oh, weird.
Okay.
So you can
It
basically
translates into something.
yeah, and so he said the embezzled amount is equivalent to over 4,000 American dollars.
Oh,
So
that's
if
actually
he were to
disappointing.
flip that into like game cards or whatever,
I know that's not a lot of
yeah.
money, but I mean, what's the repercussion here? It's like that's a totally in-game, in-world thing.
Yeah,
What,
I mean-
what the hell is
As far as like the people that are administrating the
so-
game concerned, it
Yeah,
has
totally.
no value
Like,
outside
exactly.
of the game.
Like what they would do, just be like, well, whatever.
like,
You should chase that character down and kill him.
Yeah,
then, I guess,
what
right?
is what is embezzling? Like, is that he was supposed to give like Eddie 20,000 and he only
he had
gave him
access to
18,000?
like
He had
this
access to
amount
a
of
bunch of the funds
liquid
and-
funds they were using for different investments.
it's a fancy word for stole.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
like,
he yanked it and disappeared.
Well, that's all embezzling ever is, dude. Is
Yeah.
you have access to the money and you take it.
Yeah, but like, why is this a big deal? Because like, isn't there just like if somebody takes money out of a guild, like in World of Warcraft, if somebody takes something out of the guild bank, is that embezzling and running away?
No, because that's not a player-run bank. That's just like weird. That's just jacking from the guild. This is way crazier.
Okay,
even though it's basically the same thing.
And this is just one bank.
This is one bank. Yeah, like another bank.
Dynasty
was like,
banking.
Yeah, the E-Bank, which is one of the other banks, was like, well, if
wait, E-Bank,
E-Bank.
if there's a problem, I know, like you couldn't come up with something better
it's the
than
future.
that.
I think Dynasty banking is really good. I like
So,
that.
do these banks have like logos and corporate slogans?
I bet.
Like they run
Probably.
commercials.
They probably run 5Ks.
Oh man.
So
E-Bank.
they said that if there was problems with liquidity,
Yeah.
that they would be able to step in and assist. Should
Oh,
the
wow.
bank fail.
But Dynasty
FDIC
Banking said
insured.
that they put out a press release. Dynasty Banking put out a press release letting people know that they had enough assets to cover all of the investments. That
Dude,
we
They had to hire.
play.
They had to hire more tellers because people were still withdrawing.
we have
money.
got to play EVE Online.
they were having a run on the banks. They were having a run on the banks.
Sounds insane.
Mr. Potter.
But so I guess the problem with all this is that the time it takes
Mary.
the time you would have to play EVE Online to get to a point where any of this mattered to you is years.
Yeah.
So
Are you talking about in terms of the amounts that are being discussed?
To be a
or
player.
just like to like matter in any of this banking stuff
Okay,
to
okay.
rise to any level to where you have enough money that this means something to you. You'd have to like play it pretty seriously for a really long time. So
Crazy.
I love that it's there, though. I don't want to play it, but I love that people are doing this.
Yeah.
That they have morphed this weird MMO, and I love that. Yeah, that EVE Online gets to keep living on because of this weirdness.
And I hope that like this player like keeps playing, that he didn't just like take the money, distribute it to his friends, and then kill the account or something like that. That it's like
virtual jail or something.
Now he's on the run.
that he's on the run. Yeah, that he's got a bounty on his head now.
There are investors that are unhappy about this.
Maybe
Yeah.
the e-police will stop him.
Well,
But I guess
wonder,
as long as you can respawn after death, like there's really no bounties. ever
But
gonna
I
really
mean,
be
I
meaningful.
wonder how much you can take from a player in that game. I mean, it's all about like having a fleet and stuff, right? I mean, I think you have like
I guess, yeah.
numerous ships and stuff. I mean,
Well, you could just say like, we are not going to stop pestering you.
Like, I
we're
would
going
assume
to
you could-
continue to keep trying
Yeah,
to play or kill
you
you.
just like
until-
obliterate the guy's fleet, right? I mean,
I guess I don't know.
But he didn't do anything against the terms of service, really, right? Like against his
At no
account?
point in any of this did it come up and say like the game administrators are thinking about doing this. No,
Yeah.
it was all player stuff.
Yeah, none of this. No comments from the people that actually run the game.
Nothing
So I'm sure
better
like
than
the people that run the game are just like sitting back watching this all unfold and go, "This is not what I had." Well,
No, I bet they're going back going, woo!
yeah, like
we made
yes,
the news again.
But there's like this is not what I signed up for. This is way more awesome. Like these people are crazy. What did we do?
That's pretty bananas. Isn't EVE Online the one that with the developers who got in trouble for like kind of like giving themselves too much stuff?
This is not the
Oh,
first time.
it was like a GM that was like helping out other players. or
I thought
something, right?
it was actually a developer,
Yeah,
not,
like-
not
okay.
just a GM. But like, yeah, so he was like a top guy in one of the top guilds, and he was apparently like funneling rare items to his guild. and
Man,
stuff
it's
like
a
that.
dirty universe out
Dude.
there. That EVE Online. I gotta get in there and make some ISKs. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I gotta make my ISK.
I don't know. Love this story. It's so insane.
Well, I just love like if there's nothing really against the terms of service and they can't do anything to his account, it is like trying player retribution with a
Right.
Nerf hammer. There's nothing really you could like.
Yeah, it's just
what
like
are you
law
gonna
of
do?
land.
Unless you want to have like a whole bunch of players devote themselves to hunting this guy down forever, and anytime he logs in, there's someone online to go get him. Like just build a
They want to get their balls. They're
If they want to build an internet hacker hate gang to chase them around and shout "pools closed" over and over again.
I had to change my phone.
Gay porn on my profile, my MySpace account. My girlfriend broke up with me.
she might think I'm gay. Like what? Did it for the balls.
Moving on. We were talking about Steam a little bit earlier.